Mic check. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10,
Hello, mic check.
11, 12.
1, 2.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
Mic
8.
check. 1, 2.
Oh,
ABC naman ako.
sige,
A,
go.
B, C, D.
Alternate tayo. 1, 2, 3, 4.
One, two, three.
Ayun nga pala.
Ay, si ate to. Mm-mm. Nagawa ko na yung, iba pa ba yung today?
1,
Nagawa ko na
2,
nung
3,
isang
4,
day.
5, 6, 7, 8,
Kay ate yan.
9, 10, 11, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Mic check. 1, 2,
Okay na.
3. Check 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Mic check.
Corn capital of the Philippines. Okay na pa.
adventure continues as the heart of volleyball makes its way through the Sierra Madre to the beating heart of the Queen Province of the North. The road here is as breathtaking as the city itself. From golden fields to golden plains, the corn capital of the Philippines is serving up the heat. The first and only professional volleyball league in the Philippines welcomes you to Ilagan City, Isabela. Heart of volleyball!
We continue at the second farthest venue from Metro Manila so far in the PVL on tour as we come to you live from the Capital Arena in Ilagan City, Isabela Province. Today we feature Alohi, Robbins Hardy of Farm Fresh Foxies taking on Dina Wong and the Choco Mucho Flying TItans as they square off in Pool A of our tournament. That will be our first game for today in Ilagan City, Isabela. And of course, later on we have another game. Liga Reyes and company will take on Petrogas Angels in the second game, PLDT versus Petrogas. Thank you for joining us, folks. This is Mix Gomez at your service alongside Ann Remudia Kanda. And Ann, we are done with first impressions so far in our tournament. Nakapaglaro na ang ating mga kupunan. I want to know where you stand so far in terms of seeing our teams in the on-tour tournament.
Well, as we know, all of the teams are really gunning for the top 2 spots. And we are seeing how some teams still finding their footing. As we speak, only had one game. As we look at the teams in Pool A, dyan natin makikita, no, really falling in the bottom half itong Choco Mucho and Farm Fresh. And likewise, for Pool B, we have our top 2 teams right there. Cool Smashers and Charity Go, medyo nandun din sa bandang gitna. Same number of games won, just difference, no, in terms of points. But again, it is very important for all of these teams to rack up those wins early on. And that is what is expected as we see them really gearing up and finding their chemistry, you know, within their teams.
Trisha Tubo and company looking for their first victory in the on-tour. Well, Trisha Tubo was the top scorer in the first game of the Foxies versus PLDT with 14 points.
She did have 28% in terms of efficiency when it comes to offense. They've tried out different things in their last game, but she remains to be one of the lethal weapons, of course, of the Foxies. We do expect that her scoring will keep the team afloat, but they will be needing more than that 14 points as they face Choco Mucho today.
Well, this is the woman who will try to utilize the lethal weapon of Farm Fresh. Their captain, of course, the shot caller in Louis Ramiro.
17 excellent sets. There's a lot of pressure, really, you know, talking about scoring the points, delivering and calling the shots. She is now sharing her playmaking duties with Robbins Hardy. She came off the bench in their last games, but I think in a way for Romero, that is a good thing because it eases the pressure on you making decisions throughout the game and gives her the chance also to look at things in a different perspective.
And speaking of pressure or responsibility in the words of some people, there's a lot of responsibility on the shoulders of Isa Molde in this conference.
She had 20 points in the win over the High Risers, followed by 16 points in their loss versus Next Led. And without Rondina, without Manabat, it is essential that she continues to score the points. She has a 31% efficiency when it comes to attacking, at least in their first 2 games, but they will need this as well to increase.
Well, it's good to have Isa Molde playing like this. No? Almost had a triple-double in the previous outing. This is the one trying to empower her on the court. Dina Wong in full control.
5.1 excellent sets per set. That is her stats in the first 2 games. Andaya is still unavailable. So it is Wong. We are looking at Wong to really deliver the playmaking here for the Flying Titans. Now, it is important that they get to solidify that connection between Molde and the rest of the scorers on the side of the Flying Titans.
Quite the matchup for us. Isa Molde versus Trisha Tubo. Dina Wong versus Louis Romero. We'll be back to continue our coverage for Farm Fresh versus Choco Mucho.
This is the 2025 PVL on tour. The heart of volleyball! Welcome back inside the Capital Arena here in Ilagan City, Isabela. Now we have to talk about Dolina de la Cruz and the Farm Fresh Foxies, and she actually told me their new coach, Coach Lodi, para siyang 3-in-1 coffee. He's an all-around coach who looks at all the things, not just what is inside the court. He cares about their mental health, how their mental state is when they're inside the court, but also their conditioning so that they're ready for anything that comes their way. But unlike 3-in-1 coffee, the process to success is not instant, and he always reminds his girls that he has to trust in what they're doing. At sabi naman sa akin ni Jolina that she knows that the Farm Fresh Foxies are headed in the right direction. Now let's turn it over to the side of the Choco Mucho Flying TItans, where I got to speak with a daughter of Isabela, Jem Ferrer, which told me that she's actually super proud and happy to have the PVL here in Isabela. This is the first time that something like this is even happening in this province, and she's happy to get to show the fans who don't get to see them every day in Manila what the Titans can do. She did say that they are undermanned, but this is where that Titan pride comes into action, and she can't wait for all the Ilagueños to experience that. Now, since we are out of town, we of course had to try the local delicacies, but we had to go one step further, and that's why Kat Tolentino and Regine Arocha showed us how to make inateta. Let's watch this.
Hi PVL fans, I'm Kat Tolentino of the Choco Mucho Flying TItans and assistant here, Reg Arocha. We're going to be cooking inateta with the help of Miss Mercy. So, Miss Mercy, what's the first step?
We have the steamed rice. We steam the rice for about an hour, and then this is now the product. After this, we mix this steamed rice with the latik. The latik is a mixture of sugar and coconut milk.
So, let's go. Let's go. We mix the rice and the sugar and the coconut milk like this.
Until it will get thickened or dry. So this is now the next step. So babalutin na natin siya.
Kukuha na pa tapos maglalagay pa ako dito sa may dahon.
Thank you po. Ako ngayon, try naman po natin. Let's go, Ate Kat.
Okay.
Pagandahan ha.
How much? It's a little bit difficult because my hands are bigger. But kaya naman. So, Ate, whose is the best?
Si Mag po.
So, tapos na po namin itali. Pumunta na tayo doon para i-steam. Di ba? Ang galing. Ganda na ng itali namin. Let's go, Ate Kat.
So, we're gonna place this into the steamer for 1 hour.
Go. Charan! Ito na po yung ating.
So, we're gonna serve it to our teammates who just arrived from the airport. Finished product, and we will have them taste test. Here you go.
It looks very appetizing.
Thank you. Scale of 1 to 10, what would you rate? 10? Let me try. Gutom ka pa?
Gutom na.
Okay, then let's go to the game.
That was just Chef Kat and Chef Reg on your screens with their lovely taste testers. Ian Daya, Maggie Madiag, and on your screens as well, Dindin Santiago Manabat. And we definitely enjoyed watching them create these local delicacies, but we do have our PL question for this game, which is which supporter will the fans in Ilagan City? Will it be Trisha Tubu of the Farm Fresh Foxies, or will it be Isa Mole of the Choco Mucho Flying TItans? Let us know on your stream, below the stream rather, on the Filipinas Live app. And don't forget to use the hashtag PVL on Tour or hashtag PVL 2025 online. Now, I believe the game is about to start, so let's turn it over to our Coliseum announcer.
PVL fans, welcome to the Capital Arena in Ilagan City, the province of Isabela, for the continuation of the PVL on Tour 2025. Match number 15 is the preliminary round matchup in Pool A, featuring the Farm Fresh Foxies and their opponents, the Choco Mucho Flying TItans. And now introducing the two national referees officiating this match. Our first referee is Bobby Celso. Second referee, Ryan Vincent Corpus. And now let's meet the starters. First, for the Farm Fresh Foxies. Center number 1, Alohi Robbins Hardy. Outside striker number 4, Caitlin Beray. Outside player number 8, Cholina De La Cruz. Middle blocker number 9, Riza Cruz. Opposite header number 12, Trisha Tubu. And middle blocker number 18, Lauren Tommy. Starting libero number 20, Aaron Munale. Head coach for Farm Fresh is Alessandro Lotti. And now the starters for the Choco Mucho Flying TItans. Outside striker number 2, team captain Justin. match is held under the supervision and regulation of the Games and Amusements Board. It is Farm Fresh versus Choco Mucho. This is the PVL.
Couple of changes for us. Two in particular for these Farm Fresh Foxies as Louis Robbins Hardy will begin as their center here in Ilagan City. And ang starting together will be Al Morales ahead of Jet Canela. On the other end, for the Choco Mucho Flying TItans, Stuki Ogunsanya will be starting for them ahead of Lorraine Recania. Let's see if these formulas will actually prove to work here in the capital of Isabela Province. Thank you for joining us. This is Big Slammers at the series alongside Anne, Renega Panda, and we already saw Franny Reyes enjoying her time in Ilagan City. Everybody's enjoying as well. It is a jam-packed Coliseum Capital Arena. First attack from Tubu. She was ejected immediately. Back to Trisha. And the first point is a block point for Choco Mucho.
Know that for Choco Mucho, they will be marking the top scorer on the other side. It became quite predictable in that first play.
Tubu, 14 points in the previous game. When you mentioned the percentage, not the ideal number. But now there is another violation. This will be committed by ladies in white and orange. We also saw a glimpse of the new head coach Alessandro Lodi. Service is long for Dina Wong. Farm Fresh now on the board. Just saw seasoned coach Dante Alonsonurin. Very experienced both in the women's and the men's, especially in the men's, after winning the title recently in the UAAP. Wong opens up to Isa Molde. Stuck up. There's a mystery there for Farm Fresh. There's a whistle blown. Somebody touched the net.
For the Foxies.
It starts here for Riza Cruz and company.
The Foxies feel like they are on a rush as they start set number one.
You want to pile up these errors. This already piled up in the previous game. They averaged 10 errors per set against PLDT. But now they get an half point courtesy of Jorina de la Cruz.
One of the problems they need.
Oh, you cannot really miss out on seeing her.
Oh, definitely.
Kanina, nung katabi niya yung mga teammates niya.
Definitely a presence.
Yes. Unfortunately, it is a service error now by Trisha Tubu. Jerry Nunag, who will now be serving for Choco Mucho. Kapampangan will send that ball in. Robbins Hardy, back set onto the slide. It's dug up by Dina Wong. Push to the right, Turbino. The counter will come from the slide again, but that time it was short from Riza.
A lot of the points of Choco Mucho right now off the errors of Farm Fresh. Very shaky start here for Farm Fresh.
5-3. Alohi now to the left. Whistle blown. Now it's a net touch by Tubino. I mentioned the error average of Farm Fresh in the previous game, which is close to 10 versus PLDT. For Choco Mucho, on the other hand, they have averaged 6 errors per set versus Galleries and Next Led.
Something that hopefully they can contain in this match.
Good save by Ann Monares, the rookie. Viray, the former Flying Titan. Back row now, and that goes down for Isa Molde. You're just so happy to see her playing like this, and
Oh yeah. A lot of expectation, of course, but it's just good to see her really deliver, play with comfort. But these service errors continue on. It is their second for the set.
players could be adjusting to the capital arena. Medyo malayo-layo rin, road trip, no? Or a flight as well. We're way up north. 6-5. Best Cheng played it short, led by Tubu. Now at the left, it's Viray. Met at the net by Ogunsanya. Bump set. Cheng finds the back. Speaking of welcoming back players, how about Best Cheng? It's been a long and tough journey for her. Cheng now serves. Known for that back in her LaSalle days. That was wide. Way too wide for Lorene Turing. Now we proceed to our first technical timeout. Choco Mucho is up 8-5.
Back to PVL On Tour 2025, and I got to speak with Alohi, who was just very happy to have one game under her belt finally here in the PVL, even if that game was a loss. She brings a lot of experience to this Farm Fresh team, but the biggest challenge, aside from making those plays, is making sure she gets to keep everyone steady. She actually thinks that right now, with Coach Lodi, they are under the right leadership to get Farm Fresh where they want to get it. But obviously, it's still a process. It's something that they all have to remain open-minded to if they really want to see the results come to fruition. Let's send it back to the game.
Absolutely. Rome wasn't built in a day, as we say. And for Alohi Robbins Hardy, it's going to take time for her to develop that chemistry. That's a perfect example for you. A great read at the net by Choco Mucho.
That is the second block point of Choco Mucho. And I guess this is what we say. You deliver a lot of points, expect that your opponent will really mark you and make sure that they have both defense at the net and on the floor. So for Tubu, as we look at this,
Napaaga yung serve.
na-excite. Na-excite, wala pang pito.
Maganda dyan, uulit lang siya. It's not a point given up for Farm Fresh. Duki Ogunsanya also. Way to return here in the PVL. A way to look good. Had 10 points in the previous game. The dig by Molde at the net. It's dropped and still read by Isa. Another battle at the net. Dina bumps it up. Isa Molde sending it to the back. Robbins Hardy. Now it is a nice swipe by Trisha Tubu.
Gotta find ways how to score points. Gets it with a drop.
Opening by the left for the left-handed Trisha Tubu. And here's another left-handed player, Caitlin Viray. First ball, Descheng. D-ball onto Tubino. That was long and wide. Dante and Sonurin. Look of concern, standing up. A while ago, they were looking better, especially with the errors piling up for Farm Fresh, but now the lead is down to 1. That is out. Quite close.
Choco Mucho.
A lot of errors given up by both teams here in set number 1.
Here's Dina Wong, had a service error a while ago. This time it's safely in, and it's an ace for Dina Wong.
It seems like the problem of Farm Fresh right now has to do with getting a good first ball.
It's the very common instruction in volleyball, but then again, it's that important. And let's see if Liber Tolano can help out with that floor defense. Wow, how about that quick hit, but still dug up by Dina Wong. Tubino sending it through, scramble forced, and it's still alive. The joust. Hardy to the left, cross court for Janina. Dina recalculates. Tubino off the block, she scores.
It was coming from a good dig earlier.
Off of the hands of Jolina de la Cruz. It is the veteran herself, Royce Tubino,
Okay, question
getting
one,
the
can I
point, and we
score?
have this
If
time
I
out.
can score, can I give trouble? I cannot give trouble with a roll shot to 5. Okay? If the setter runs my direction, I cannot keep running wider and wider, and I need to let her go and go inside, then I can be a hitter. Okay, let's go, guys, one at a time. One at a time, insist. Let's go, insist.
Coach Alessandro Lodi, of course, debuting for the Farm Fresh Foxies. Just like this woman here in Alohi Robbins Hardy, veterano na si Coach Alessandro Lodi in the entire world because he has already coached in 8 countries before the Philippines: Switzerland, USA, Poland, Sweden, Finland, Japan, Germany, and Czech Republic. Question is, can he translate his expertise onto the Filipino style of volleyball?
It will be a process, but you felt the urgency in his tone and voice in that huddle.
First hit sailing long off of the timeout. That's by Jolina de la Cruz. Choco Mucho able to restore this lead of 5 points. Dina Wong continues to serve. That is her second service error.
Fresh Foxies, these are the opportunities you'd want to take. I mean, they've been down most of this set, but somehow they managed to catch up, keep it a bit closer.
Pierre Abellana, former Tigress, will now be serving. Target is Des Cheng. It's Isa Molde. Drop. Good effort by Farm Fresh. Tubo will send it through. Tang Ponce there to recover. Tough angle, but still sent through by Choco Mucho. The counter will come from the left. And no more chase for Des Cheng. Much needed redemption for Jolina de la Cruz off of her error just a while ago. Villana will continue to serve. 10-13 in set number 1. Sharp serve. Wong to the open. Isa Molde. That was just outside. It was clean.
Thought it would be a good one. But I think this is the problem of the Flying Titans. You know? They get the lead, but they're unable to get back the point right away.
Pattern continues. Humahabol ang Farm Fresh, trimming the lead down to 2. Now let's listen in to Coach Dante.
Sa kamay kasi may block eh. Pag iiwas nyo na, manipis sa court, madidepensahan yun. Yung block natin dito masyadong dumudulo. Then kapag sarado, adjust ka na konti. Baka pumasok kasi sarado naman eh. Ha? Okay, yun lang. Yun lang naman ang kailangan baguhin ha. O, sige, ikaw. Let's go. Pasalam mo lang tayo ng isa ha.
Specific instruction as well from Coach Dante Linsunurin. Quite similar to what we heard from Coach Alessandro Lodi. Adjustments for the attackers. There's Des Cheng in her first game in the On Tour. She had a double-double of 13 points and 11 digs. But in her previous outing, her loss the next leg, she was limited to only 6 points. 11-13, Abellana. Nice serve, a missed reception by Fang Ponce. It's still saved, and a free ball of the ages. Alohi onto the quick, another save by Ponce. Push by Isa. Robin Hardy now onto the open. Ponce right there. Isa Molde rejected, and that was in off the block. Look at the animation of Coach Alessandro Lodi.
Why not? That was excellent net defense. Look at that. Sarado. No room for that ball to go through.
What a stretch for Pierre Abellana, who continues to serve. It's a 4-0 run for Farm Fresh. Top set by Dina. Tubino is denied. And a good chance for Farm Fresh. They send it back to Riza Cruz. Ponce. Royce Tubino, cross court. Bertolano right there to help out with the floor defense. Recalculation for Jolina. A good chance for Choco Mucho. It's Cherry Nunag who will find that ball inside.
Finds that line.
Quite the risk there for Lai Bertolano, which did not pay off. 14-12. Robin Hardy back to the open, down the line for Jolina de la Cruz.
It's much better intensity we're seeing from the Foxies.
This spike of the set is brought to you by Dunkin' ang pasalubong ng bayan. We're mentioning the intensity of these Foxies living up to their name, and it continues as it is an ace for Trisha Tubo. Don't look now, and we're tied at 14.
You know, this seems to be, you know, if you're Coach Alessandro, you'd like the response that you are seeing from the players. However,
medyo nabati lang.
nabati ng konti. It is that service area that remains a problem, and we've seen that actually from both teams.
15-14. Choco Mucho regaining the lead. This is Cherry Nunag. Bertolano, first ball, slide for Cruz. They really love that option. And here's Tubino. Cross court, dug up by Tubu. At the left, it's Jolina. Robin Hardy going to the back. Monares back to the left. What a play by Farm Fresh. I wasn't so sure if this was a broken play. Was it designed? But it did look smooth from them.
It did. And this is when they say for attackers, hindi ka pwede mamili ng set. You just have to go for it.
Jolina de la Cruz with the serve. And as you've been mentioning, these services have hurted these Foxies. Second technical timeout. Choco Mucho up by 1.
Highlights, we got you covered. Subscribe now to the PVL YouTube channel. Subscribe!
Back inside the Capital Arena in Ilagan City. We're coming to you live from the capital of Isabela Province, and this is also the corn capital of the Philippines. Kanina po, kung hindi nyo napanood, at the top of our coverage, may video pa tayong pinakita. Mga teammates si Dina Wong na nagluto ng inatata, kung tawagin natin. One of the food served in Ilagan City.
Parang sarap, no?
Oo. Kita na natin reaction sa teammates niya. Who, by the way, a lot of them are not suited up for this game. That has been quite the challenge for Choco Mucho in terms of who will be able to play in each conference at that of the PVL. Ooh, what a tragic miscue for Farm Fresh.
Thinking who will get it, but communication, very important.
That's what, per our unofficial count, the 10th error of Farm Fresh.
10th error. They've given up so much points.
Dino Wong will score now. Kahit mapasaan man yan sa buong Pilipinas, marami talagang fans si Dino Wong.
They did enjoy seeing that point.
Gotta love the crowd, by the way. This is only our first game for today, and yet
people,
it's looking
on
sold
hard
out.
balls, they have to wait, but on slow plays, they got to transition, so that's 100% first stop. Okay, we agree on that. We need better ball control. Hey, don't quit, though. It's normal that I don't score on the first one, huh? And then the ball is somewhere up in the air, I gotta jump again. This happens a lot, all right? So get ready. The ball is up in the air. I get ready to make a play. All right, let's go. Keep going, keep going.
There you see some of our Alas Pilipinas players. NJ Phillips, Brooke Van Sickle. Their team will be in action later on against PLDT. While on the other end, we also saw Tia Andaya and Maddie Madayag of Choco Mucho. We're, of course, excited to see them suit up once more for the Flying Titans. This is Royce Tubino on her serve. That was really low.
From where we were looking, we saw that the angle was really heading towards the mid of the net.
That's the reaction from Coach Dante.
Really unhappy because these are the wasted points you don't want. And the pattern here in this set, makikita natin, lamang yung Choco Mucho, hahabulin ng Farm Fresh.
That was already the 4th service error of the Flying Titans in set 1. Dina attacks again. Somebody touched the net. Apparently, it was Choco Mucho. But will it be challenged? Umami na si Dina Wong.
Sabi niya, pasensya na, sinusubukan ko lang.
He scored a while ago,
yeah.
so why not? But again, and the pattern continues. Sumahabol na naman ang Farm Fresh. The 17 serving 18. Riza Cruz. Bump onto Descheng. Got a hand. It's chased down. And here's Caitlin Biral. Wow, what a hit by Kate.
And you know, these points, despite the fact it's coming from broken place, you see them trying to catch it. Just, you know, just setting it up properly. Viray with the right timing.
Got it in between the two blockers. 18 all. Can Farm Fresh get over the hump of trying to get the lead in this match? This team hasn't won a set yet in the on tour. Descheng, that's going to be a tough chase. He's able to get it off of Alohi Robbins-Hardy. 19-18. Choco Mucho protecting the fact that they continue to have advantages here in the first set. Isa Molde. Bump by Monares. Piray, not much power there. A good chance to counter. Hang time for Duki. Push by Robbins-Hardy. It's Isa. Nice save by Ann Monares. Backs it onto the D-ball. The rally continues. Molde. Block. Coverage by Ponce. Dina Wong attacks. Not yet done. The reach by Turing. Molde again. Cross court. Dug up by Monares. Open. Viray. Wow. Great activity by Ponce. Molde with a cross. And finally we're done with the rally.
That was tough. Clearly because defense was right there for both teams. You see them catching their breath.
Yes.
That was probably one of the longest rallies we've had so far in set number 1.
You heard the reaction of the crowd. Great showing by Ann Monares, the rookie herself, but we're going up against a veteran in Tang Ponce. That's going to be quite the challenge. 20-18. That's an ace for Descheng.
help from the net. Look at that. Probably not the intention. Of course, you'd like to avoid that, but still a point.
21-18. Choco Mucho trying to pull away. Robin's Hardy to the left. It's blocked. Good defense by Duki. Viray denied by Dina Wong. Robin's Hardy attacks. It's Isa Molde off the rebound. The save by Monares. Viray, yes!
Viray, good showing here in set number 1.
Started with that effort of the rookie at Monares. Coach Lodi trying to pump up his team. We are already at crunch time in set number 1.
He did say in the earlier huddle they need ball control and they shouldn't give up. It looks like that is what the girls are trying to do.
Quick hit. Great adjustment mid-air by Duki Ogunsanya. Bit of a 180.
We've seen a lot of high sets in this set. Not a lot of those quick plays, so it is good to see a variety of plays right now.
22-19, the chase by Robin's Hardy. Hang time by Tubu. Wow, that was really animated. See the way she folds her body mid-air.
Choco Mucho expecting it was on its way out.
20-22. Hindi bumibitaw ang Farm Fresh Foxies. It's not gonna help.
That's gotta hurt.
Five service errors in this set for the Foxies. A 3-point disadvantage for them. Middle hit. Another save by Ponce. What a performance so far by Fang. Monares keeping it alive. Robin's Hardy to the left. Great denial by Duki. And a miscue. That was big time by Farm Fresh.
We did see a miscue as well earlier where the ball just dropped, but you know, not at this time.
There's a challenge by Farm Fresh.
This is a net ball challenge. Thank you, coach, for showing it to the camera properly. Para alam na alam talaga namin. Terry Nunez keeping it clean. Practically a timeout for Coach Alessandro Lodi because we're now seeing set points for Dina Wong and company. 24-20. Dina sends it in. That's a tough set, but still won by Trisha Tubu. The athleticism paying off.
This is where it gets. They get a lot of pressure. Earlier, kaya no? Lalamang yung Choco Mucho, hahabol sila, but this time around, they have to play perfect volleyball. We're talking about Farm Fresh.
Choco going to Cherry Nunag. It's Selena getting a hand. Fang Ponce is saving that. Free ball. Robin's Hardy will choose Trisha Tubu. Why not?
Back-to-back points for Tubu.
We have a timeout for Coach Dante and Sunurin. Porsyentuhan na ba para kay Alohi Robin's Hardy?
Ganyan yan, ha? Pas lang tayo, ha? Ngayon lang naman. Yun lang kailangan lang gawin natin. Makapasa lang din. Yung set play natin, ha? Oh, let's go, let's go, let's go.
Endgame tayo, endgame. Endgame. Isa lang. Hey, Choco Mucho! Titan Pride!
Pampakalma lang mula kay Coach Dante Alinsunurin. Actually, if you want a coach who would calm you down, he's a good candidate.
Oh, yeah. I think it is also a good time to call this time out. I mean, the Foxies scored back-to-back points, and the Flying Titans just need one to close out the set. They will be on the receiving end, so they get to execute an offense and hopefully be able to close this.
With the serve by Lorene Toring. That's put up by Tang Ponce. Tobino. She's the one who called for endgame, but she was denied. And the lead is down to 1.
Such good character we're seeing from the Foxies, doing everything from offense to blocking. Because right now, they need to be at the top in the different skill departments.
Turing will continue. The server of Farm Fresh. What a way for her to step up. The middle blocker serving at this crucial moment.
She has been serving consistently.
Tina Wong going quick. It's Cherry Nunag finishing set number 1. That was an emphatic kill by Cherry Nunag. This point of the set is brought to you by Myra. The Vita Brighter with Myra's vitamin-powered whitening lotion. There you have it. After a couple of scares by Farm Fresh, Choco Mucho will take set number 1, 25-23. Para tayo nagkaka-flashback sa mga field trips natin. Bata tayo. But then again, we thank our production team for sharing us the knowledge that they have learned in that city. Refocusing onto our action, set number 1, belonging to the Choco Mucho Flying Titans. Boy, did we see a lot of errors in set 1. Also enabling Farm Fresh to come back here and there. It was close, 25-23, but ultimately by the end, it was Cherry Nunag giving us the finishing touches against Trisha Dubon Company.
I think for the Foxies, though, despite losing that set, we did see sparks of brilliance within that first set, really challenge Choco Mucho. But I think if there's one thing they probably need to fix as they go into set number 2, it would be reducing the errors. Now, the numbers are so close, actually, if you look at it, across all the different skill departments, all the way down to the opponent's errors. I think here it was also when they committed these errors. And we saw that at crucial points in the tail end, may mga errors din itong Foxies.
And this is our update for our Pilipinas Live poll question. Which of these two scorers will lead the way? Trisha Tubu and Isa Molde batting it out. Tubu getting the better so far. But It's Isa's team winning 1-0 as we come back to you live from the Capital Arena in Ilagan City. This is Mix Gomez alongside Andre Mullacanda. Franny Reyes is our courtside reporter who went ziplining already in the province of Isabela. It's been that fun for the PVL on tour. It's a good block for Farm Fresh to open things up in set 2.
First point of set 2 to the Foxies.
You know, despite losing set number 1, you see the body language of the Foxies. They aren't down. Seems to be... I was just about to say, I wasn't going to say anything about her serve.
Yeah.
But,
you were talking about the body language.
Yeah,
so.
body language seems okay. Diba? Usually, sometimes when you lose a set, you'll see it kind of down. But for them, looks okay. Again, it's just when they commit these mistakes.
That's a block point. It looked to be Duki Ogunsanya or Royce Tubino. Have a better look. Yes, that's Royce. Good way for the veteran to continue contributing for Choco Mucho. They're up 2-1. Monares will send it through. This is a free ball for Dina. He sends it to Isa Molde, who will score. Choco Mucho's on a roll. Kita kasi ni Isa Molde yung graphic natin kanina eh. Habol daw siya. Kay Trisha Tugu sa Pilipinas Live Poll Question.
Chinek niya muna yun. Sino ba leading siya?
That's Lorene Turing scoring from the middle after she gave us consecutive serves by the end of set 1 to give Farm Fresh at least a chance to come back. Here she is back at the service line.
She is one of the more consistent servers on the side of the ladies in white.
She just forced a shot pass. So free ball's given up for the white shirts. It's Riza Cruz. And how about the defense of Thank Ponce today?
She has been amazing on the floor.
It's worth it as there is a net touch by Trisha Tubu. That's a zoom in for us.
Clearly.
4-2, Isa Molde. Top scorer of Choco Mucho in the conference with a service error.
You see the intention to deliver a strong serve. To break, of course, the play on the other side. But really high risk right there.
Farm Fresh to try to equalize. Target was Des Cheng. Backs it onto Tubino. Tried to drop it. Good recognition by Elohi. Pushed by Jolina. Dina open. The save by Monares. It's sent back to Choco Mucho. Oh, tough reach. It's recovered by Nunag. And here come the Foxies. Slide for Riza. Was that? Yes, it was outside. It went wide.
I have to say that hindi nag-abot with Nunag, but it's a good thing she was able to save it.
Good presence of mind by the partner at the middle of Dutia Gonzaga. Here's Cherry Nunag with the serve. Jolina, not the best of passes there. And here's Des Cheng. Got a hand. Guray saving it. Jolina Pambawi. Dina putting it up. Cherry bumps it up. Cross court by Tubino. And here's De La Cruz. Got a hand. Played it smart.
Jolina De La Cruz. The blockers.
Times you just really have to make use of the blockers in your favor. And you saw the intention.
Oo, kita mo eh. Ang ganda na ng gagawin sana ni Royce Tubino. Kinulang lang ng onting pagsara. 4-5. One-handed set. At hindi na gumana ang connection ngayon.
And it's been tough at the middle for Wong and her middle attackers. Nalulunod sa bola at middle attackers.
Let's see if Duki will be able to adjust to Dina Wong. That's an Ateneo Lasal connection for you, after all. Service error. will continue to reiterate that Farm Fresh averaged 10 errors per set in their 3-set match versus PLDT. They also had 10 errors in set 1 of this game. Will their fate change as we move forward? Robbins Hardy with a back set onto Riza Cruz. It's sent back by Des Cheng. Alohi now on to Viray. Caitlin again. This is a chance ball. Very tight. Viray off the better set. You get a touch.
Viray, it's a block touch. Retired 6.
6 all.
And the service area
Looking better for Farm Fresh, who were catching up for the entire set number 1. Another service error.
Unfortunately, that has not improved yet. Still early here in set number 2, but we're seeing them give up 2 service errors already.
It's Des Cheng's turn. Had a service ace in set 1 with the help of the net. There's another good serve from her. And that is an attack error by Caitlin Viray, quite low. That will send us to our first technical timeout in set 2. 8-6 is the tally.
You're watching the PVL on tour, and it's Farm Fresh versus the Choco Mucho Flying Titans. Now I want to talk about a key returnee for the Flying Titans, and that's Aduki Ogunsanya. She actually shared with me that right now she is on a journey of rediscovery. There's a lot of ups and downs, and she's taking it one day at a time, but she's taking this on tour as a blessing in disguise for her to gauge where her body's at, and she's very happy to see that her body is moving the right way. At maayos naman ang ginagawa niya. She told me that, you know, she still has to work on the patience and not letting her frustration get to herself right now. She knows she's no longer the Dookie she was before, and she's very eager to find out who she is becoming right now. She's enjoying what she's doing with the Flying Titans, and we look forward to seeing more from her in the PVL. Back to the panel.
That's nice to hear. A new start for Duki Ogunsanya. And let's just hope that she will continue to progress in her rediscovery. That happened in the previous game. She reached double figures with 10 points, 3 blocks helping out her statistics. And now this is going to be another service error for Farm Fresh. Pang-ilan na nila yan for set 2?
This is actually their third for this set.
1/3 of the output of Choco Mucho given away by these serves of Farm Fresh. Duki. That was sharp. And a free ball. Tina goes to Cherry Nunag. No point for Cherry off of 2 tries. Nice dig by Duki Ogunsanya against Tubu. Stupino sending it long.
It was underneath the ball.
She wanted a touch, but there doesn't seem to be a challenge here. 8-9. Farm Fresh hanging tight. Can they serve better? Caitlin Viray. Nunag, mababa yun. Oh, that's very tight. Tumawid pa sa kabila. Alohi now onto Tubu. Off the 1-on-1. She fell short.
Right now, what's been working for both teams really are the higher sets, the higher plays, the left and right wing. But it's been tough, actually, for both. Getting that connection with their center spikers.
10-8. Let's see if Dina Wong can respond to your call. As much as the Lady Roberts Hardy is trying to as well. Dina sends it in. First ball, Admonares. Backs it onto Tubu. That's short again.
Ball did not cross for Tubu.
Coach Lodi
11-8.
looking so happy. Will it be a substitution? 11-8. That's great execution by Farm Fresh. That's what happens when you have a nice first ball.
Subdivision for Farm Fresh.
Balik si Pierre Abellana to serve. Kanina nagsunod-sunod ng services ni Pierre Abellana off the bench.
Very consistent.
9 serving 11. Serving Pierre Abellana.
Cebuana will send that inside. Tupino is denied. Bumalik sa ulo niya.
Well read by De La Cruz.
Good job by Delina. Giving us a smile afterward.
You know, that feels so good if you score a point off the block. Of course, iba yung adrenaline ng opensa. But when you block, oh.
Lalo na kung idol mo yung binlock mo.
Such a great feeling.
There's an error committed by Cherry Nuda. Coach Dante Nagsunurin. Pakamot off of that.
This has been the story in this match for Choco Mucho. They take the lead pero nahahabol talaga sila ng Farm Fresh.
Farm Fresh though, they want to get over the hump and actually get the lead against Choco Mucho. Well, Trisha Tubu is asking for a check and it is rewarded to her. So, there you go. They answer to the call. Farm Fresh on top, 12-11.
Hopefully boosts their confidence further.
Abellana, another serve. Lunag. To clear out. Diray. De La Cruz will send it through. Dina back to Cherry. Regalo sana yun. Pabawi. Tubu found an opening. This is great momentum for the Foxies.
Look at that. And what's good about it is that they really are earning the points. It's not all the errors of Choco Mucho.
This causing the celebration for Coach Lodi and this time out by Coach Dante.
May tao pa rin. Ang depensa na dito pa rin depensa nila. Kaya kung dito pa siya papunta, papalin mo lagi siya. Ang depensa naaangat dito eh. Then yung break point natin kanina, ang dami natin natin pero hindi natin na-convert sa opensa. Yun ang naging problema natin. Ngayon, unahin sa pasa, may pasa lang. Sunod tayo sa itong ginagawa natin ito. Okay, nakaintindihan? Oh, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go.
It's the most urgency that we have sensed so far from Coach Dante and Itsunurin in this matchup. This is their biggest deficit after all, 2 points against the Farm Fresh Foxies, who are still looking for their first victory in Pool A. On the other end, for Isa Molde and company, the record is 1-1 after defeating Galleries Tower in 4 sets and losing to the undefeated Next-Led Chameleons in 4 sets as well. That's a nice response by Isa Molde. Ito yung hinihingi ni Coach Dante. Sundin ninyo yung sistema natin when you're attacking.
Sometimes these players need some reminding because things happen so fast. And they try to react, they try to ad-lib, they try to adjust while in the game.
Off the side out, it's 12-13. Alohi back sets, Tubu's the hot hand, and she will score off the block. Quite a stretch for Trisha Tubu.
14-12 with Trisha Tubu serving.
Has been blossoming and blossoming in the previous conferences. Continuing to now in the PVL, Trisha Tubu. Oh, that's short. A Miss hit by Riza Cruz. And we're hearing the crowd getting louder and louder as Rachel Andakis will check in for the very first time in the PVL on tour. Louis Romero is also in for the Farm Fresh Foxies.
See if this change would spark a difference for the Foxies.
Louis, that is Jolina de la Cruz who scores. This is going to be interesting. Now things will switch up for Farm Fresh with their OG setter now on the court.
I think for Romero, it was good that she had a different perspective outside, watching the first set, watching how the second set is going.
Nice dig by Ann Monares. It's Takis, who got a hand. Dina going onto the middle, and there is a donut hold exploited by Duki Ogonzanya.
There's not a lot of sets being given in the middle, but Ogonzanya making the most out of it, finding that hole.
14 serving 15 in set 2. Tobino. Monares getting the first ball. That's Caitlin Diray. Ibutas din sa gitna. And Farm Fresh will lead us to our second technical timeout. This is for the first time in the match for the Foxies.
Highlights, we got you covered. Subscribe now to the PVL YouTube channel. Subscribe! Bitin na kayo sa games? Watch all the replays on PVL YouTube channel. Subscribe!
There's a look at Louis Romero, who had 17 exited sets in their opening game in Pool A against the PLDT high-speed hitters. She came off the bench in this matchup versus Choco Mucho. Kasabay niya, Rachel Andakis. They're currently in control of set 2, up by 2. 16, serving 14. Wong opens up. Romero back sets, and it's Caitlin Diray with a hammer. It's still saved by Tang Ponce. Back row. Didn't work for Isa Molde. Counter with Dakis. And she's looking good, and the mobility of Rachel Andakis is pretty impressive so far.
A lot of people, a lot of fans, I'm sure, very happy to see this. Parang hindi naman tumigil.
Oh, yan ang tamang sabihin.
Hindi naman tumigil.
I'm just sure a lot of us missed her on the court. It was 17 to 14. The Cruz will continue to serve. This is the biggest lead in the match for the Foxies. A missed reception.
You know, one thing that is missing with Choco Mucho right now, we did commend how good their defense is, how steady their first ball was in the earlier set, even in the earlier part of the set. Parang nawawala siya ngayon. It seemed too relaxed.
Okay, bilang para sa timing ng pasa natin, ha? Okay, let's go.
Lang tayo, ha?
Okay, tahimik na naman tayo.
Talk about back to basics, and the instruction, bilang para sa timing ng pasa natin. Yung mga ganyang bilang tayo naririnig even sa blocking, di ba? Bilang yung mga players natin ng 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, because it is all about timing, really. You can't rush it. In reception naman or defense, you have to slow down the ball.
This is our gate attendance, 7,648 inside the Capital Arena in Ilagan City. Kita niyo naman, marami nang nagpapaypay.
Oo.
Ibig sabihin, maraming tao.
Oo, tama ka dyan. And you know what a delight to actually watch this game live. Look at that. The first ball again, a problem for Choco Mucho.
It's a good thing that they got a good hit from Des Cheng. So they trimmed the lead down to 3. Ang namaan din talaga ng blockers. Was the attempted save by the Foxies. And here's Des Cheng. That's long. The longest serve so far this afternoon.
Re-enter the game for Farm Fresh number 12, Tubu.
Double sub back in. There's a Tubu and Alohi. Robbins Hardy. That's a nice double sub for Coach Lodi.
Yeah, really quality minutes also for Romero and Damas.
Foxies allowing Robbins Hardy.
19-15. Molde. Denied. Speaking of coming back to play good defense, that was Trisha Tubo working well with Lorene Toring.
20 serving 15.
Farm Fresh pulling away here.
This is a very different game we're seeing from them versus set number 1.
Remember, they haven't won a set so far in the PVL on tour. They're 4 points away now from achieving so. Off of that service ace by Alohi Robbins Hardy.
Also for Choco Mucho, really problems with their first ball, causing them this deficit.
That time around, it's Ponce getting the first ball, leading on to this point by Isa Molde. A much needed side out by Choco Mucho.
16 serving 21 with 2
5 points, first tie it with Farm Fresh, who's been very consistent so far.
Quite a mystery on that play by Farm Fresh. The counter coming from the back. Alohi to the left. It's saved by Tubino. Chance ball given up by Molde. Alohi now to the right. Ganda ng palo. May kasama pang sigaw mula kay Caitlin Dinay.
Such a tough angle.
Spike of the set is brought to you by Duncan, ang pasalubong ng bayan.
The advantages of being a left-handed attacker, hitting on the right side of the net.
It's practically your forte. Molde denied. Coverage by Ponce, but that was not enough. And Farm Fresh is now up by 7. Great timing by Trisha Tubu. (23-16). Shack pass. Tina had to chase that ball down. The push by Robbins Hardy. Good idea, but no point. Now it is Isa Molde scoring from the open.
Subdivision for the Foxies 4 out 5. Bentonano.
Lifer Tolano back in the game. This happened early in the match so that she could help out the floor defense of the Foxies at the back. Bonilla will score here. Quite awkward there on the recovery by Choco Mucho. It will be 7 set points for the Foxies. Mahirap yun. It is Lorene Toring serving for the set. That's long.
Too much adrenaline.
Ang mabuti, hindi sila naghahabol ngayon.
Oh. But even if, Choco Mucho, it's actually the pressure still is in Choco Mucho. They cannot commit any mistakes.
Have to be consecutive serves for Isa Molde. Tubo almost scored. It's brought back by Des Cheng. Gave us a finger as well afterward. Double jump. Well worth it for Desiree Cheng. natin si
Play
Coach
is also a
Lodi.
learning opportunity. So with her, we are in good spots, but we're too far up. Okay, this is a loopy, deep-ish serve that gets us here. Okay, so let's take a half a step back, and then it's right in our platform. Okay, let's go. Hey, ready to cover and expecting the attacker to get blocked.
Yes, sir.
Finishing touches. Yan ang hinahanap ni Ann Morales and company. Up by 5 here in set number 2, 24-19. And this girl has also played very well. In the previous matches, the previous match of Farm Fresh, we saw Jack Janela, who was the main libero of the Foxies. But it is Ann Morales, the 16th pick of the draft, starting alongside her co-rookie and Hardy. So far, looking good. Molde. That is an error by Choco Mucho. Early whistle blown.
Tama lang yan, nagkamali lang siya ng tingin sa tablet. Delay eh.
Anong delay?
Wala. Net.
Bakit siya? Hindi pa kami nag-serve. Kung ito na siya. Kaya nga. Hindi pa napapalo yung bola.
Sinabi ko kasi sa'yo, isang ikot. Kulang na isang ikot.
Pero yung
Ba't nag-wrong position ka? Ba't ka nag-wrong position?
Hindi kasi yung sa tablet kasi, pero ang score niya parehas eh. Parehas ng yan at saka pero yung ikot nila mali. Kaya
Dead ball ko na.
Okay, after clarification between the two referees, we will replay the point.
Misled about the tablet.
Kamali lang ng tingin ng ating second referee sa tablet. At least, you know, we found a solution, which is back to square one in the sequence. Trisha Tubu. Save right there, but not enough from Pam Ponce. And it will be Farm Fresh winning set number 2 against Choco Mucho. They're equal now inside the Capital Arena. This point of the set is brought to you by Myra. Be Vita Brighter with Myra's vitamin-powered whitening lotion. It is the top scorer of the Farm Fresh Foxies putting things away in set number 2. Trisha Tubu has definitely come alive in Ilagan City. 23-25, 25-19.
Na-miss niyo ba yung game namin? Kung na-miss niyo, subscribe na to our YouTube channel. Subscribe na! Bitin na kayo sa games? Watch all the replays at PVL YouTube channel. Subscribe! Their highlights, we got you covered. Subscribe now to the PVL YouTube channel. Subscribe!
Back for our PVL on tour in 2025. Thank you for joining us on Pilipinas Live, on TV, and also on One Sports. So far, it is one set apiece. Choco Mucho winning set 1. Farm Fresh equalizing after winning set number 2. And we already noticed a couple of changes in set 2. To mention na ni Ann yung first ball that was a struggle for Isang Molde and company. On the other hand, we gotta give it to Farm Fresh as well for being able to capitalize with their attacks among others.
Definitely. I think, whatever, we've seen some substitutions, some adjustments. But I think ultimately it was the Farm Fresh Foxies really responding very well to the instructions in that last set. Choco Mucho needs a bit of improvement when it comes to defense, which was something that really worked for them in set number 1. And this is where you see Farm Fresh really dominating in terms of the different skill departments, from offense to blocking and even the aces. Parang nawala yung laro ng Choco Mucho in set number 2. They couldn't respond and they just couldn't get those points in.
So Farm Fresh had a +3 in terms of attacks. Comparing their set 1 to their set 2, yung blocking nila, umangat din ang dalawa. They had one more ace compared to set 1. So, neutralize yung 10 errors nila, which has been the consistent thing about their game.
I was actually gonna say, yun yung consistent. So, just imagine if they can minimize these errors, how much faster, they can actually close out a set.
Well, good thing for them is that they already have won their first set in the tournament because they were swept by PLDT in their previous outing. So, light has been presented onto these Foxies. On the other end for Choco Mucho, they've had 2 4-set matches versus the next led Chameleons. These 2 are part of Pool A alongside the previously mentioned Nexted and Galleries. PLDT and Petrogas are also in that pool. So now we're seeing Jen Villegas in for the very first time. That's going to be an interesting substitution for Coach Dante Alonsonurin. But then again, Villegas in their first 2 games scored 7 points in each match. So consistent siya on that part. They should be able to do that again here in Ilagan City. Thank you for joining us once more. This is Mix Gomez with Andre Mulacanda, and Franny Reyes is our courtside reporter. Later on, PLDT will take on Petrogas for the second game of our PVL Saturday. First attack in set 3. That was Jolina de la Cruz, and now it's a drop by Tubu. Lifting violation called on Choco Mucho.
First point of set 3 to Farm Fresh.
Coach Alessandro backing on the momentum from winning the previous set.
Doreen Torring. That's back-to-back service errors already for her, dating back to her previous error in set number 2. May gesture doon si Coach Lodi. Not too happy about that error. There's Isa Molde. With ones across the board. Make a wish, everybody. Nice hit. Beautiful read by Jolina de la Cruz.
how relaxed she looks. Not too relaxed that, you know, things are going slow, but don't feel any pressure when you see her body language.
That's a woman who's used to winning after all. Jolina de la Cruz. Turbina going cross and finding zone number 1.
Turbino, very seasoned player.
You know, sometimes I still find myself getting used to her wearing these colors. Kasi for the longest time, naka-green siya dito sa PVL. Was that a miss hit? Outside by Jolina de la Cruz.
There's a
So we have a challenge
by Farm Fresh in the last play for glove touch.
May bago tayong sound na naririnig, no? It's like a siren for these challenges.
Also, never too early to call a challenge. Each point, very important.
So it is successful for Coach Alessandro Lodi. Jolina will now be serving. 3-2 in set number 3. Not the best of passes from Molde. Attack by Tubino, read well. Tumama ba sa net?
Oh, looks like it.
It's going to challenge to the bump set.
Just look at the shift in terms of the pace here of Choco Mucho. Could be errors, but they're just having a difficult time converting. And even the first ball, not even a chance for Wong to set it up.
But is it, you know, a switch up made by Farm Fresh that caused this?
But yeah, definitely have to give them credit because kita natin yung intentional serves, nilalakasan talaga. Even their offense, really on point. But thankfully, for those rooting for Choco Mucho, they do get this point courtesy of Tubino.
That's what I would like to call an intentional attack by Royce Tubino that could switch things up on the other end for Choco Mucho. Spinning set. Tough dig by Royce, but still saved. Cheng goes cross. Alohi now to the open. Good save by Isa Molde. Bump to the left. Des Cheng through and through. Robbins Hardy bump to the left as well. The push was denied. It was quite low from Caitlin Biray. First point for Jen Villegas in her third outing in the PVL. She was the 19th pick in the draft, selected after the first round pick of Choco Mucho, which was Tia Andaya. Now it's a service error by Royce Tubino.
You see her frustration because they do need the points.
Things looking tight here in set number 3. Which, if you think about it, we're happy for the Ilagueños because they're able to witness close action. Ball going back and forth and a beautiful read by Alohi Robbins Hardy.
Quick thinking.
Tried to do the same thing in the previous set. This time around, she will not be denied. 6-4. Lisa Cruz. Off the good pass, it's a slide hit, denied by Viray. Rubino giving up a free ball. Nagkatamaan ang dalawang Foxies doon. And it's 4 touches. You did hear the reaction from the crowd. They felt the pain by the players. Collision. Bolang tumama kay Riza. Benares will set up Viray. Good pancake save. Alohi sending it through. Justina on the recalculation. Sending it on to Jen Villegas.
That was a good call to set it up quick while the opponent is not yet in their position.
How about that effort by the Choco Mucho Flying TItans? And it's all worth it. Villegas being a spark plug for Choco Mucho. Now they get another point. Service ace for Desiree Cheng. They get the lead. It's not the pass that you'd like to see from Caitlin Viray. Now it's received by Jolina. Wow, that attack went long, but still, it made the line. Marine to ring.
Defense of Choco Mucho, medyo makapasok, ano? They were hoping it would be called out.
Now that's out. A service error by Alohi Robbins Hardy. And so it's Choco Mucho who will lead us to the first technical timeout of set number 3.
Fresh versus the Choco Mucho Flying TItans. Now, I want to talk more about Coach Lodi of the Farm Fresh Foxies, and he actually told me that what he's doing right now with Farm Fresh, it's all about investment. You know, they're not going to see the results right away, but all the good things don't come easy. And he tells me that it's always about doing things the right way, doing things from scratch, and paying attention to all the details. Now, we do see that there are quite a bit of errors on the side of the Farm Fresh Foxies, and that's that attention to detail that might be lacking from them. Coach Lodi told me that despite having turned everything upside down, he sees the effort that his players are putting in. And he asked them, do you guys want to be in the middle of the pack forever, or do you guys want to be on top? And he definitely feels that urgency from his players. Back to the panel.
Thank you, Franny. Gotta love just you know, the passion that we're seeing from Coach Lodi himself. He's able to coordinate with the former head coach of Farm Fresh, Coach Benson Bokbok. Coach Bok still very active with the data that he processes for his team.
You know, you gotta a lot of respect also, because you know they are trusting the process. They know that it's not going to be an overnight thing.
Just saw a drop by Isa Molde. Well, that's a girl who knows about processes not being overnight. Isa Molde had to fight her way back onto being, you know, this girl having this level of responsibility in a PVL team. As Trisha Tuvu is also becoming that girl for Farm Fresh in the PVL. Able to swipe it off of the left hand of Isa Molde. It is 9 serving 10. Noreen Toring, a miss hit. You know, it's now becoming a mystery to us because he mentioned in set 1, she was quite consistent with her serves. Ngayon, nagsusunod-sunod na ang errors niya.
And for the whole team, for Farm Fresh Foxies, that's their 4th service error here in this set. So imagine giving up 4 out of the 11 coming off their service errors.
Marami talaga yun. Tubu will get it back off of a strong hit. And there is a net fault by Descheng. Let's see what happens. Regalo kasi yun para kay Trisha. At tumawid nga talaga si Descheng. 2 violations committed.
Not enough breaks.
And you saw it in her facial expression.
Oops, di ba kita?
Wala ka ng takas nowadays in volleyball. Tubu on the serve. Oh, gotta feel for Zach Ponce. Go for that ball. But it's an ace with the help of the net.
And that's always tough. I mean, you see the ball hitting the net and it gets redirected. Siyempre, ang hirap ipwesto ng sarili mo.
1 set apiece, 11 all. Alohi on 2. Jolina, tough dig by Ponce. Back set on 2. Royce Lubino who scores. Grabing effort yan ni Zach Ponce.
He's really manning the floor very well.
Royce Lubino making it all worth it as he scores the point, giving Choco Mucho the advantage, 12-11. That's long. Unfortunate trajectory for Cherry Nunag at babalik agad si Thang Ponce to help out at the back.
We're tied at 12, serving Cholina de la Cruz.
Tabla muli. Well, these two teams haven't been strangers to close sets in the on tour. Farm Fresh, their closest set before this was the 3rd set versus PLDT, 28-26, which they lost. On the other end for Royce Lubino and company, as Lubino scores again. Against next led, Choco Mucho won the 2nd set, 28-26, and lost the 3rd set, 25-27. So will that be the story as well here in set 3 as we see the substitution? We've seen this before. Aisha Huegos checking in for Royce Lubino. At 7 points in their opener versus Galleries and 6 points versus next led. Achik. Service in. Shank pass. And a chance ball. Malayo. Nasobrahan si Caitlin Veray. Timeout for Coach Alessandro Lodi.
All right, hey. Now the First of all, are we going to play or are we just going to watch people play us? Okay? These overpass pushes, now we're going to push on our side because we never score. Up on our side, we attack and we don't have a problem at all. Okay? There's no problem with that. Okay? Hey, we got to react though. We got to show something, right? Yes? You with me? Okay, it's a moment to show that. We don't need to win or lose, doesn't matter. But we need to show something.
Man, what a huddle by Coach Alessandro Lodi. Ano po, unti-unti na siya nagiging Lodi talaga ng mga Pilipino, no? With his style of coaching.
Ano yung mapapatigil ka talaga at makikinig ka?
Mapa-agree ka rin.
Tama.
Let's see if they're gonna be able to play after that huddle or are they gonna let Choco Mucho play them? As there is the response by Caitlin Biray. Point off the block against Jen Villegas. Chance for a deadlock. Riza Cruz. Ball up by Thang Ponce. Push by Achik. Lefty hit by Viray. It's sent back. Caitlin again. Down the line. And she loves that.
receive from Viray. Maliit yung dinadaanan ng bola, but you know, she is able to get it in.
Vegas unable to stop that ball. Deadlock at 14. Riza Cruz. That's way too long.
15 serving 14.
Deschen's turn. Roberts Hardy going to the slide. Ganda ng basa ni Lorin. Opening by Zone 4.
Adjustment right there.
Padila pa si Lorin afterward. That is outside for Lorin Robbins Hardy.
7th service error for Farm Fresh.
We have our second technical timeout. 16-15. As tight as we can go here in set number 3. PVL is back and on tour. Watch the heart of volleyball as it goes around the Philippines. Only on One Sports Plus, and on Pilipinas Live. We started our journey in Vigan, all the way up north. Went back south to Batangas, at home here in San Juan. And then medyo malayo ng onte at Montalban. Now we're back up north in Ilagan City. Quite the journey for the Premier Volleyball League, as now Caitlin Binay scores off of that cross-court kill.
Viray showing really good support on offense for the Foxies.
It's a bright spot now. Can she continue, as now she's at the back, and as we say that, a service error.
We know already that in the next few trainings that they'll have, Coach Alessandro probably gonna address these errors.
Makes me wonder as well how the trip was for these two teams going to Ilagan City. Sometimes it becomes a factor, lalo na kung malayo talaga.
May biyahe kasi. May biyahe involved.
Royce Tubino back in. There's Jen Ferrer at the top of your screen. She's a native of Isabela. She hasn't played so far. There's Dina Wong giving us a service error. She's been the setter all game long of Choco Mucho. Pierre Abellana will check back in to serve again. So far, 2 out of 2. Si Pierre Abellana in terms of her being a service specialist. Maganda yung mga pinapakita niya. After my serve, regalo para kay Trisha Tubu.
So it may not be an ace, but you can force these reception errors.
Bad for Coach Dante Alin Sunurin. They're down by 1.
Sige, sige. Oh, adjust lang tayo. Isa lang naman yan, ha? Adjust, ha? Let's go.
Wala na yun, sir! Wala na yun, wala yung tsaga!
Royce Subino and company looking for answers. Down by 1 in set number 3. It is 17-18. Janina De La Cruz and the rest of Farm Fresh, on the other hand, feeling some momentum for themselves. This is Pierre Abellana. She continues to be efficient with her serving. But what a play that was onto Jerry Lunag for Choco Mucho. This spike of the set is brought to you by Dunkin', ang pasalubong ng bayan.
This is the kind of play you want to see more of from both these teams.
18-all. First ball, tough one for Bertolano, but it's worth it. Cross-court works quite sharp for Janina De La Cruz. Nagawa ni Eli Bertolano si Admonares.
Oh.
You saw the frustration off of Tang Ponce. Ready to get to the ball, but at least it is a service error now. Presented to us by Trisha Tubu. Babalik ang double substitution ng Farm Fresh. The crowd favorite Rachel Andakis alongside team captain Louis Romero. They were effective in set number 2. Andakis even getting a point. Now Mendrez is checking for the first time. Mendrez did not play in their first game with the Galleries. She replaced Des Cheng in their second game this next leg and ended up with 9 points. Middle hit. Ooh. It's too tight for Royce Tubino.
The pace of this third set not as fast. Not too much long rallies as well.
You can feel it from the fans with the way that they're reacting. But one thing's for sure, they're just waiting for that next rally that will literally rile them up inside the Capitol Arena. Service long. That's not going to help. It's like we're crawling onto the 25th point for either of our teams.
That service area is such a problem still for Farm Fresh.
Virtual reach to 5. That is down the line. Looks sharp. And there's also a violation at the net. Hear that sound? It means there is a challenge. Net fault.
Close. Here in set number 3. You see Des Cheng saying up?
Hindi ba niya nahawakan?
Oh, there you go. So hindi nga yung kamay. Oh. She's saying it? But it did hit the net.
Not felt it was the jersey after all, but that is considered a part of your body, right?
Yep.
Pati yung buhok mo, pag tumama rin yan, would be called for a violation. 21-20, another service error.
That is their 10th. Service error here in this set.
That is crazy. Almost half of the total of Choco Mucho in set number 3.
The last 3 points of Choco Mucho scored off the service errors.
Cheng putting it in. Romero onto the middle. That's saved by Tubino. And a tough chase for Isabel. They're very tight for her. Papalitan tayo ng puntos.
They are crawling towards the end. And we didn't really see crawling. They're nagpapalitan, but it's you know, a series of errors for both these teams.
Double sub back in. Robbins Hardy and Trisha Tubu. And they change the pattern here in set 3. We start here with the service of Alohi Robbins Hardy.
Serving Alohi Robbins Hardy.
That's in. First ball, Ponce. Wong opens up. Molde down the line. That was wide. The pattern is broken. A timeout dito si Coach Dante. Much needed as he gathers his troops.
Okay lang, sabi ko nga sa'yo, huwag mong iiwas. Kapag alanganin ka, patamain mo lang, mag-rebound ka lang. Okay? Maganda yung pasa natin. One tayo. Okay, one. Go. Let's go.
Girls, let's go. Naangat natin yung first ball. Yung second ball, ayusin lang natin kahit na hindi dikit sa net. It's okay. Ang paraan. Let's go. Right and right.
Let's see how the response will be off of the instructions by Coach Dante Linsunurin. Also Desiree Cheng, the captain of Choco Mucho, getting into the mix with their leadership. Down by 2. They won set number 1 by 2 points. Set 2 was a dominant set by Farm Fresh. What will the story be here in set 3? We're gonna go back with Alohi, Robbins, Hardy, 23 serving 21. Dina Wong, 1-2 play. Still saved. It goes through. Dina pushes. Good recovery by Monares. It's denied. Robbins, Hardy now to the middle. Here's the counter by Choco Mucho. That's low for Villegas. Wong setting it through, but there's already a call. Double contact. Boy, that was chaotic.
Coming off that, you can probably say a mistake, no, by Wong because it was set up too low.
Coach Lodi cheering his team on. They're up by 3 points. What happened in the previous sequence? How about that save by Robin Sardi and also Janina De La Cruz? The push by Dina. Now it is a point for Isa Molde. The set is not yet done. It will be 22-24. Crucial serve here for the rookie, Jen Villegas.
All eyes on her.
Well,
Serving for the Flying Titans, Jen Villegas.
Pride of Iligan City will now be serving. He puts it in, and it's an ace by the rookie.
Much needed point. I think it was also smart for her to serve short. Everyone in this match has been really going for those hard serves. It was a good change-up.
Now a timeout by Coach Lodi.
Okay, great chance for our growth, okay, to play at 24-23. I would prefer 24-23 for them, but we are up. I'm sorry, guys. It wasn't enough, okay? So I see the contact, all right? I'm prepared for that. And then everyone covers, okay? Especially you if you don't attack, we step off the net to cover. Okay, let's go, guys.
Not sure if that was reverse psychology or if it was Coach Lodi just trying to calm his team down, but they seem to have responded well. After that, Jolina naman, seryoso yung naging comment sa kanyang mga teammates. Let's see if that leadership will pay off. 24-23, Farm Fresh on top. A misreception. Trisha Tubu. That's still saved by Cheng. Bump onto Isa. Cross court, Monares with the dig. Robin Sardi. It's Tubu who got a hand. And Farm Fresh will win set number 3.
By far their best game yet.
What a response by the Foxies. This point of the set is brought to you by Myra. The Vita Brighter with Myra's vitamin-powered whitening lotion. Here's a Tubu. The Ring to Ring and company now have won their second set in the PVL on tour. 2-1, that is the tally. Farm Fresh over Choco Mucho.
subscribe! Here highlights, we got you covered. Subscribe now to the PVL YouTube channel. Subscribe!
Back for our coverage of the 2025 PVL on Tour on Pilipinas Live. It is Farm Fresh up 2-1 against the Choco Mucho Flying TITans. Quite a long set number 3, especially with the errors that we witnessed. But what a finish as well for Farm Fresh upon the return of their double substitution. They're able to put things away.
I think, the adjustments that they've made, despite the adjustments that they've made have been working. I think, baby steps. Yung titignan natin dito, the patience that you see from this crew here in this match. And siguro it's also the response from all those huddles that we hear from Coach Alessandro. The ladies responding very well. Every time they come back, nakakapunto sila agad. As we look at the numbers for set number 3, still favoring the Foxies in terms of offense, 15 as opposed to only 8 of Choco Mucho. Really, the conversion is very low. Some of the other skill departments like blocking and aces kept at a minimum. But I think, we were talking about this as we were watching set number 3. There were double-digit errors, again, given up para dito sa Farm Fresh Foxies. And 10 of those were actually from their serve. So just imagine if they can minimize that, control it better. They would have ended that set sooner.
So now it's 32 total errors in this match for the Farm Fresh Foxies. But the good thing is they're attacking because it also continues to increase. Set number 1, they had 10 attacks. Set 2, 13. Set 3, 15. That's quite a trajectory for Farm Fresh. Let's see if Descheng and the rest of Choco Mucho will be able to respond. That's a team that has won 1 game and lost 1 game so far in PVL on Tour. Both settled in 4 sets. So they're going to want to have their first 5-set match if they want to win this game versus the Foxies. On the other end, si Franny kanina pa siya nagre-report about how this is a process.
Yes.
For Farm Fresh. And if you would actually win today, then the process might have just sped up a bit for them.
It is a good start. Again, when we showed the team standings, Farm Fresh still looking for their first win. Both Choco Mucho and Farm Fresh in the bottom half of the team standings right now.
Nice hit by Cherry Munag. Very emphatic from the middle. A statement that we'd like to give at the start of set number 4.
That's one thing that works for them, but they don't do often. We're talking about Choco Mucho.
Here come the Titans. They send it to the open. Molde saved by Monares. The rookie has come alive in this match. And Tubu gave us a missed hit. Also a tough angle for her. Knowing that the ball was coming from the back. Two points for Choco Mucho now in set 4. This is Dina Wong. At the middle, Loreen Turing will deliver a point.
I like how the center spikers are very active early on here in set 4.
Turing has been good in locating those openings off the defense of Choco Mucho. But then her services have continued to suffer.
So the weakness here for Farm Fresh.
Ano kayang service practice, service drill ang pangyayari?
Because I'm sure they will be reviewing the stats. And, the numbers don't lie.
Ikaw ba may naalala kang pinakamahirap na service drill na pinagawa sa inyo?
Yung hindi kayo titigil. Because usually they have a they target yan.
Yes.
It's memory also, muscle memory.
Umabot ba sa punto na isang oras kayo nagsiserve?
Oo
Ganun katagal?
Yes.
There you go.
Parang punishment na rin yun, di ba? But yeah.
An attack error there by Royce Tubino that gives us a deadlock at 3 here in set number 4. Tubu with a serve, Ponce with a receive. This time there by Choco Mucho on the attack by Nunag. And Tubu will send that wide. Tubu, though, is winning our Pilipinas type poll question of the day in terms of her scoring more points compared to Isa Molde. Nunag serves. Alohi, spinning set. Great denial by Villegas and Cheng. Ganda ng basa. It was actually Cheng alone.
Gotta commit.
Service error.
Error by Cherry Nunag. When you look at the errors of Choco Mucho, 9, 5, and 9 respectively in this game. So that's an average of close to 8 errors per set. Chance ball. Alohi will choose. Caitlin Viray. That's put up by Ponce. Pipe. And is it the first time that we've seen a pipe attack that successful?
Yes.
Di ba?
A very convincing one.
That's Isa Molde with a back row hit. This time around, Monares was unable to get to the ball. Dumiretso tuloy yung bola sa cameraman natin. Matibay naman yung mga camera natin. Hindi mababasag yan ang basta-basta.
Sabi ng mga camera, sanay na sila.
Sanay na. Ooh, service error by Royce Tubino. It's close again here at the start of set 4.
Serving for the Foxies.
Had 2 aces actually in her previous game. It's in. Slide. Medyo malayo para kay Villegas, but it still worked.
Slide attack from Chen Villegas.
It's good to activate the other attackers. Making it less predictable also for the blockers of the Foxies.
7-5. Slide on the other end. Redwell. It's Molde going cross. The dig by Monares. And a free ball. From the middle. Villegas unable to score. Chance again for Choco. 1-2, Dina Wong. Almost worked. Push to the back. Slide, Villegas. Dug up by Tubu. The other lefty now getting a whistle. Second referee calling a violation. That's on Choco Mucho. Looks like Tubino touched the net. Is there a challenge here?
I think they just need to for safety by the wet spot.
Coach Alessandro Lodi, gotta be happy for him with the projection of his team. Makikita mo rin yun sa first game pa lang nila. Kasi paangat na paangat yung score nila against PLDT. And the trend continues here against Choco Mucho. Molde, ganda sana ng buwelo, but the timing of the block was perfect for Loreen Turing.
They've been doing well manning the net. We're talking about the Foxies. And this is where some adjustments, I guess, need to be made also on the side of Choco Mucho. Dahil alam nila na madaling mabasa, no? Na nasasabayan ng blockers yung kanilang opensa.
7-all, the push by Turing. Dina bumps it up for Isa Molde. And that's wide. Nasobrahan si Isa.
Would have been bothered already by the hands in front of her.
Technical timeout. The first here in set number 4. 8-7. Farm Fresh Foxies.
Na-miss niyo ba yung game namin? Kung na-miss niyo, subscribe na to our YouTube channel. Subscribe na!
Here, highlights
We got you covered. Subscribe now to the PVL YouTube channel. Subscribe!
Bitin na kayo sa games? Watch all the replays on PVL YouTube channel. Subscribe!
Welcome back to the Farm Fresh Foxies versus the Choco Mucho Flying Titans. Now, earlier I got to speak with Tang Ponce of the Flying Titans, and she told me that right now they are in a situation where everyone gets to step up and support each other. However, sometimes minamadali nila ang ginagawa nila at nawawala ang steps para makuha nila ang success na gusto nila. And earlier I was able to listen in to the huddle with Coach Jesse, where he reminded the Flying Titans about their defense pattern. He mentioned that the Farm Fresh Foxies aren't changing much, but they have to establish a solid block so that they can anticipate wherever that ball will go. He wants them to maximize their movements, but most of all, the Flying Titans have to enjoy what they're doing inside the court, because right now they seem stiff and they want to extend this match to a 5th set. Back to the panel.
That is great timing with the report of Franny Reyes explaining to us why things have been looking not so good right now for Choco Mucho. 7-9 in set 4. That's gonna work for them. Slide by Jen Villegas.
She has been scoring here in this set. We're talking about Villegas.
Jen will now be serving. 8-9. Spark plug off the bench. Nice reception by Menares, making it look very basic. And now it's a point by Trisha Tubu. I have to say, I'm loving the stability that I'm seeing from Ann Menares. In FEU, she had to split her time on the court in her last year. But here she is owning more responsibilities for Farm Fresh. And an open zone 1.
Oh wow, just everything working well here for the Foxies.
And I mean, the point, yes, it's good to see, but the celebration of Coach Lodi was a lot more entertaining. Kaya napapir si Polina de la Cruz, ang head coach. 11, serving 8 now in set 4. That's scrape the tape of the net. And here comes Isa Molde, scoring off the block. A much-needed side out by Choco Mucho. The off of the arm of Trisha Tubu. One-handed set, the tip by Turing. Tina sending it back to Isa Molde. And a good chance for Farm Fresh. Tubu had to recalculate though. At the left, Molde denied, coverage by herself. It's Tubino at the right, and she will score. Oh no! The point was awarded to Farm Fresh. First referee just saying it was outside. But yeah, there seems to be a challenge here. I thought there was a touch by Farm Fresh.
Thought so too, but
Ooh,
I think they can't. Yeah. Well, hopefully they get a good pass off the serve.
Isa Molde. Is she walking awkwardly?
We didn't see what happened, but she will be replaced.
It's not looking too serious though, so we shouldn't be too worried. Man, Mendrez is back in. This is Pierre Abellana on the serve. Continues to serve well. Chance ball. Robbins Hardy. And off the setup to Jelena de la Cruz. It's another point for Farm Fresh. They seem to be in full control right now. hands touch, and Man Mendres' save was late.
Pasa! Ulit, bumalik ulit sa pasa. Problema, ha? Eh, nag-isip po kayo. Nawawala yung gusto natin mangyari sa loob ng court, eh. Diba? Nawawala. Okay? Huwag nyo lang iiwas, ha? Huwag nyo iiwas, ha? Let's go.
Hey, let's go! Laban tayo, girls! Tara, malayo pa yan. Hey, Choco Mucho! Titan Fresh!
You heard the word, laban. It's the fight that you'd like to see from Choco Mucho right now. With their backs against the wall, they're in danger of losing their second game in Pool A. And this could be their second straight loss as well after dropping their previous outing to next led in 4 sets. Farm Fresh, on the other hand, they want their first win in the PVL on tour. So Ricky Palou, Charo Soriano, they have traveled all the way to Ilagan City. A couple of our VIPs joining us as well. Hope everybody will be able to enjoy their experience at the corn capital of the Philippines. 13-9. Tobino. It's put up by Viray. The chase by Alohi. Off-speed hit. Almost worked for Janina. It's Man Mendres on the right. Pierre pumps it up for De La Cruz. Ponce to the left. Tobino. Off the touch by the blocker. It's Royce who will score.
She has been trying. Finally gets that point. They've been very quiet on the offensive end. We're talking about Choco Mucho.
10 serving 13 with Man Mendres serving.
This change-up of Man Mendres coming in for Isa Molde. Let's see if it will spell a difference. Tubu. Good idea. Good save by Ponce. Robin Hardy back to Trisha. Tried to swipe it off of Cheng. Ponce still there. Alohi centering the ball. Janina will prevail against 2 blockers.
That is her 15th point in this match. She is the second highest scorer next to Trisha Tubu with 18.
So with that, she has now scored 6 more compared to her opening game in the PVL on tour. At 9 points and 9 receptions versus PLDT. Tubu gives us a service error. Trisha has also scored more compared to their previous game versus PLDT. Only had 14 by then.
Service,
Cherry Nunag, 11-14 in set 4. Robin Hardy giving it to the opposite. It's Lisa Cruz with a slide. Signature for her. This connection of Alohi Robin Hardy to her attacker seems to be promising. And could it actually be the determining factor as to her starting again in their next game? Royce Tobino. Net at the net. Cross court, that's too wide. Tumalikot agad si Caitlyn, alam niyang mali.
She gets, okay lang daw, forgiven.
Still up by 3. Huegos returns. Short stints for her in this matchup.
Tell circuit 15 in the service area at Huegos.
Huegos played a lot actually in the previous game. All 4 sets versus next led. That drop works for Riza Cruz.
Catches the 9.
Second technical timeout, 16 for
Four's been open for the slide packs of Farm Fresh. They're up 16-12 technical timeout.
Welcome back to the Capital Arena here in Ilagan City, Isabela. At kasama ko na yon ang nag-iisang Din Santiago Manabat ng Choco Mucho Flying Titans. Din, kamusta naman so far ang Choco Mucho dito sa Ilagan?
So far, so good naman. Sa short na ini-stay namin dito, madami na kami na experience. Like, pumunta kami sa Mr. Moose Farm. So, ayun, isa yon. Then, nag-samgyup kami kagabi and narinig ko yung mga teammates ko kumanta sa video okay.
At ano naman sa mga experiences na yun ang naging favorite mo?
Ang pinaka-favorite ko siguro is yung today. Kasi na-witness ko na sobrang daming supporters dito ang PVL and syempre sa Choco Mucho.
Thank you so much. Once again, that's Din Santiago Manabat. Now, just a quick update on Isa Molde. Earlier, she subbed out of the game, but I did get to speak with her. She said that earlier inside the court, Des Cheng accidentally stepped on her foot, and her foot was being assessed and was being wrapped earlier by the team PT. We're still waiting news if she'll be able to come back into the game, but Isa assured me she's all okay. Back to the panel.
Okay, that's good to hear from Franny that it's not the worst for Isa Molde, but still get well soon. She is the leading scorer of Choco Mucho coming into this game, and they will definitely need her in their next outings. They still have PLDT and Petrogas in their pool. Farm Fresh right now looking so good, up 2-1 and 17-13 in set 4.
You know, it was a very different, complexion change, no? As we went into the second set. And I think it's a matter of being consistent for the Foxies. Not so consistent at the service line, but at least in the other aspects, they're able to compensate.
There's a block point now for Jen Villegas denying the attack of the Foxies. She's been that girl so far in set number 4 for Choco Mucho.
It's been a good insertion, definitely.
Robin's Hardy back setting onto Viray, who was denied. Now the bump to Trisha. That was sharp from Trisha Tubu. Use their speed, not even letting Dina Wong have a chance to block that. 18 serving 14. That is long.
Subdivision for Farm Fresh, more out by Bertolado.
Ang ilang service error na yun in this set?
Tumigil na nga kakabilang, but it's been
15 serving 18.
Second.
this is their second actually for this set. Much better.
That's relatively good.
Better than the previous set.
They had 10 in the previous set. But now it's a service error by Choco Mucho's Dina Wong. This is the ring to ring.
19 serving, 15 serving, Lorito ring.
She put it in. It's quite a struggle lately. There you go. Vegas from the right. Aisha Wegos delivers. Could she be another spark plug?
Substitutions being done on the side of Choco Mucho so far has been working. They need to find that person who can help turn things around.
16-19, manageable deficit. Farm Fresh though, wanting to put things away. Jolina is denied. That was by Cherry Lunag.
Things may be very predictable here for the Foxies.
Let's see if Alohi, Robbins Hardy can switch things up. They go to Tubo at the opposite, and that's an answer for you. Draw scored on the zone 1.
For this match, we've seen how De La Cruz, Tubu, and Viray have really worked hard on the offensive side.
Two players try to get the first ball, Mayan Mendres and Tang Ponce. Thus, it is an error by Choco Mucho and a service ace for Trisha Tubu. 21-17. That's misdug by Tubu. Wegos starting to look good here.
This is what you like to see, really quality minutes from those called from the bench. And, they deliver.
Dakis is back.
Serving for the Flying Titans, Cherry Nunag.
Cherry Nunag now serving. See by Bertolano. Ooh, what happened there? It was miscalculated by Cherry Nunag. Was it the blockers deflecting the ball that made it harder?
I think could be, at least for her view, on the floor. But such a waste. Can feel the frustration because they need to get closer.
Nice dig by Monares. Viray denied, coverage by Romero. They pump it up for Rachel Andakis. Huegos, in or out. Point goes to Choco Mucho. Check ball.
He's been doing very well. As a challenge. Will it be allowed?
Mami na yung player, kaya okay na rin.
Okay. Yun naman pala. This is quite common. May umamin, so we cancel the challenge. The point belongs to Choco Mucho.
Honesty is always good.
Feeling ko na nabibigla lang tayo sa bagong sound effect eh. Mas concerned tuloy tayo sa challenges natin. But you've been mentioning Huegos.
Oh yeah, she's the bright spot right now. I mean, she's getting the sets, she's getting the points, and she's that stability that Choco Mucho needs at the moment.
It's 19-22. Dakis. Dina Wong to Des Cheng, who will score off the block. Choco Mucho trying to close in here. 20-22.
This hit, luckily landing beyond the sideline.
Romero to try to respond at the middle, to no avail. It's Cheng again. It is another point for Choco Mucho off of a block touch. The lead is down to 1.
Good showing by the Titans.
Timeout here, very important for Coach Alessandro Lodi to calm his team down.
Pretty good work. He hit a couple good balls. Totally fine, okay? We can do the same, go high hands. If I can, I go, since I have the libero on 5, if I can, I go to 1. Remember that you have also this ball right behind the block available, all right? Hey, go with conviction, all right? Let's go with conviction, one at a time.
Pressure transitioning now onto Farm Fresh as momentum belongs to Choco Mucho. There you see a couple of their reserves unable to play in this game.
It is down to 121, serving 22.
Them also praying, hopefully this goes in their favor. I mean, they do need to get this set to extend it to a 5th.
Viray could not respond yet. Off the joust. Farm Fresh again, Viray. Dina now to Cheng. Chased by Romero. Back set to Dakis. Saved by Ponce. And it's a free ball given up by Mendres. Louis chooses the middle. Nice denial. Push. Great save. Dina sends it through. Push to the back. Wong recalculates. Des Cheng. Block. Coverage present. Now to the middle. Farm Fresh's turn. They send it to Dakis. The rally continues. Des Cheng tried to go cross and she gets a touch. We're all tied at 22 in set 4.
This is the captain stepping up.
been consecutive points now by Des Cheng.
And this is crunch time. You know, she knows when she has to deliver. Leadership, of course, it comes in all forms. In this case, this is what they need.
A virtual race to 3 here in set number 4. Double sub is back. Trisha Tubo and Alohi Robbins Hardy. Service now for one of the spark plugs of Choco Mucho in set 4. Aisha Huegos. Ball put up by Munares. Robin Sardi going to the slide. It did not work. The counter with Cheng. Still saved. Dirai's turn. Deny. No coverage. What a block by Choco Mucho. It is the rookie Jen Villegas, the other spark plug, coming alive once more.
And these are the insertions here in this set. That has really changed things for Choco Mucho.
Look at those kids looking so happy in Ilagan City. Choco Mucho will just have to complete their comeback.
Long exhale. Okay. Long exhale. Here and now. Right? Here and now. Create your space. Pick your thoughts. Pick your thoughts. Okay. Together. Let's go. Can do. Here. Now.
Cannot be any more serious than that. Farm Fresh, they were leading most of the way. But these youngsters from Choco Mucho have definitely saved the day. Huegos and Villegas becoming Wonder Woman for these Flying Titans.
And you know, if you're on the side of Farm Fresh Foxies, they were leading earlier with 22. But the consistency really on the other side.
There's the bump to Cheng, a tough angle. This is a free ball. Robbins Hardy will choose the slide, and it will work for Riza Cruz. Deadlock at 23.
Farm Fresh, they found themselves in a position they don't want to be in. It was comfortable earlier. They had to go on a chase. Finally, they put a stop. Test of character din talaga to, eh. I mean, they haven't won a game. They won their first set today. And almost an ace.
Bump to the left. Biray against 2 blockers will prevail. What a turn of events for the Farm Fresh Foxies. Off of the scramble, Caitlin Biray against her former team will be able to score against Dina Wong, and now they have match point 24-23.
Ito tayo. Okay, nakindihan. Yun lang naman gagawin natin. Pasa lang. Pasa lang. Focus mo sa pasa. Go.
No more room for mistakes for the Choco Mucho Flying Titans. Can they give us our first extended set in this match, or will it be Farm Fresh winning it in 4 sets?
They had a good 6-point run. Napako yung Farm Fresh earlier at 22. But Farm Fresh really coming to life just at the right time.
This is Riza Cruz serving for the match. The middle blocker will send that ball in. Dina will choose the middle. Great aggression by the rookie. How about Jen Villegas?
Ito yung mga rookies nagpapakilala. And you know, this is something you really want to see.
Oh, she is not scared at all. Give her the ball in crunch time. Look at her celebrate. It is 24-all. Service for Des Cheng. Biray. That's a block, but went outside off of Choco Mucho. Another point for Caitlin. And another match point for the Farm Fresh Foxies.
Has really worked for Farm Fresh. It was when many of their attackers really respond and deliver all at the same time.
Mendres denied, coverage present. Mean again. Setting it through. Robbins Hardy now to Tubu. It's put back by Choco Mucho. Trisha tried to drop it. Ponce was there. Now to the open. Mendres is blocked. Great defense by Farm Fresh. And they will win their first game in the PVL on tour.
Oh, look at them, the joy. This is what they were trying to break. I mean, they come in today winless, hoping that, they could get their first win. One step at a time. Kanina sabi natin, first set won.
This point of the set is brought to you by Myra. Be Vita Brighter with Myra's vitamin-powered whitening lotion. Progress definitely felt by the PVL community off of these Farm Fresh Foxies.
And if you are Coach Alessandro, you know that it's a process. You got good response from the girls today. It is not perfect, like what they say, but you'll take it, right? And really a lot of things to learn, a lot of chemistry to build within the team.
Congratulations to Farm Fresh. They get their first win. They're now at 1-1. Choco Mucho suffering their second straight loss, now at 1-2 in Pool A.
A lot of those coming from their service errors. But, you know, this is just the beginning for these ladies. A lot more improvements to come.
Well, it's also the beginning for us in our PVL Saturday. We still have this next matchup. Look at this. Two opposite hitters, Isa Portillas taking on Team Kiara D, BLDT versus Petrogas. Up next here on Filipinos Live. Thank you for joining us. For Andrew Mulyakanda, my name is Luis Gomez. Wrapping up our coverage for Farm Fresh versus Choco Mucho.
Hi PVL fans, I'm Kat Tolentino of the Choco Mucho Flying TItans, and I have my assistant here, Reg Arocha. We're gonna be cooking inatata with the help of Miss Mercy. So Miss Mercy, what's the first step?
We have the steamed rice. We steam the rice for about an hour, and then this is now the product. After this, we mix this steamed rice with the latik. The latik is a mixture of sugar and coconut milk.
So let's go. Let's go. We mix the rice and the sugar and the coconut milk like this
Until it will get thickened or dry. So this is now the next step. So babalutin na natin siya.
Kukuha na po ako, tapos maglalagay po ako dito sa may dahon. Tapos ganyan ko po siya.
Thank you po. Ang ngayon, try naman po namin, ha? Let's go, Ate Kat.
Okay.
Pagandahan, ha?
How much? It's a little bit difficult because my hands are bigger, but kaya naman. So, Ate, whose is the best?
Si Ma'am po.
So, tapos na po namin itali. Pupunta na tayo doon para i-steam. Di ba? Ang galing. Ang ganda ng tali namin. Let's go, Ate Kat!
So, we're gonna place this into the steamer for 1 hour.
Let's go! Charan! Ito na po yung ating finished product.
So, we're gonna serve it to our teammates who just arrived from the airport. Ang sakit sa mata! Finished product, and we will have them taste test. Here you go.
It looks very appetizing.
Thank you. Scale of 1 to 10, what would you rate it? 10. A 10? Let me try. Gutom ka pa?
Gustong na.
Okay, then let's go to the game.